Hey, you know me, always thinking. Early morning, right? I know you're like, she's always mostly in her morning. That's meditation. I got to thinking about Yaldabaoth. And Yaldabaoth had a face of his father and the body of its mother. It's neither man nor woman. So, remember I said Yaldabaoth was impatient. Yaldabaoth didn't come the natural way, the way women or babies are born. Let's put it like that. So, I was thinking, if he had a face like his father and a body like his mother, Yaldabaoth was mad that he was a female. He was mad he had a body of a female. He wanted to be a male, full-bodied male. Was he supposed to be a male? Yes, no. He was supposed to be born as a female, a full-fledged dragon. But because he didn't, and he was impatient, he came out with both. So when you see hermaphrodites, born with two parts, I think there's this person I seen one time, had a face like a man and was pregnant. That's a Yaldabaoth. Where it was able to be pregnant because it had the down below like a woman, but up above looked like a man. And this is why a lot of transformers do it. Because they don't like what they are assigned to. Are they the children of Yaldabaoth? Yes, they're the children of Yaldabaoth. This is why that community is the way it is. This is why the community is always trying to encourage children to be also the children of Yaldabaoth. You see how loud this thing is? Ignore it. So, interesting. But if it had waited, the question is, until it was born correctly, would Yaldabaoth would accept the part that he was a she? Yes, no. She would have always wanted to be a he. So even if she was born and came like the rest of the siblings, she would always go against her parents. And she would have been the 13th zodiac. This is why 12 apostles and Jesus equal 13. That's why Jesus is always depicted weak. Interesting. Doesn't have the ability to be a loving, caring person, or whatever it is nowadays. It's a mimicker. It always tried to mimic the great mother. Always tried to mimic the great father. So that's why the emotional roller coaster on this God of the Bible was so confusing, because it's a God of confusion. Never was a God. It couldn't, because it was so incomplete. This is why all of a sudden they start teaching us this doctrine of, inside the body, the male was already was supposed to be a female, and then it went through a whole XY chromosome change, and then it switched over to be a male, and the male has always been naturally a female. No. That's Yaldabaoth teaching. because there's nowhere in the scriptures where the divine creators said, let's make woman so she can birth man. It didn't. It always started out with a pair. Man and woman was created. It didn't say Lilith laid down, gave birth, or stood up and gave birth, and then man came. No. Because they knew that couldn't happen. So then, Adam and Eve. If Adam was so-called put to sleep and Eve was created out of the DNA, that means Eve was kind of masculine. There was nothing feminine about Eve either. Wait a minute. So, when I tell you, when the Alphabet Club tells you what they tell you, they're telling you that they are the children of Yaldabaoth. When they do all this stuff, including the Jesus, including the rainbow, they were telling you that was their God's creation. That is their God. Christianity stole it and tried to make it theirs, but did not understand it. You know why? Because Jesus was not their Savior. He's their Savior. So you can't, well, you can do whatever you want. What's to get mad at them for? In one aspect, they were telling you the truth, and Christianity looked at it as blasphemy. This is what it means when it says man will lose his life due to lack of knowledge. And that's because they don't take the time to do the homework, to research all the things, and to question what they were taught in religion and indoctrination. They weren't. They believed that Lucifer was wicked. Nobody knew that Lucifer was a woman. They believed Satan was wicked. Nobody knew that Satan was the husband to Lucifer. There's always a pair. Nobody knew that. They just believed religion and left it like that. Everybody believed that the Baphomet was wicked too. Ain't none of these things, people or beings or whatever, have done anything to us. But we believed the doctrine. You know why? Because if the book, the good book they call, was sealed, if it was sealed on the preacher's eyes, it was sealed on our eyes. And the only ones could see their God in that book is the Alphabet Club. And this is why they're pushing so hard for all the children to do reassignments. Until then, I still haven't forgot to talk about Job, actually Dagon. And the word Job, aka Job, just a little let you know, is a curse. Until then, thank you for listening.